Oh yeah, I started watching this and then I stopped. I like watching random pool play of this game because there's a lot of creativity and a lot of weird teams. I still know almost nothing about this game. Power Gem is pretty great. That was a two Power Gem combo. I'm gonna go ahead and hazard a guess there was something better to do than the second Power Gem. Guessing he forgot he did the first one. Brain fart. X seems to be a somewhat projectile-oriented character. His Robot Master weapons are really good. But apart from that, he just seems to be kind of similar to Ryu. He doesn't really seem to have like a super solid mix-up. His jumps aren't super notable, I don't think. He's kind of a more defensive-oriented character. Yeah, his projectiles are super weird. In a good way. Like, they're good weird. That super is literally like Ryu Super. It was the... It was the free level 3 from the storm. The commentators didn't notice. Mega Man is like an Arthur with like more mobility and less projectile abuse, but not way less. I don't like that at all. The first super was good, but it dropped, and that's unfortunate. But that wasn't a mistake yet. The tag to X was smart, and then the super was horrible. Yes, using the storm level 3 ends the storm instantly, so it's good to do it at the end. But if you get an opportunity, it's not bad. Power Storm makes all of your hits do increased hit stun, and also kind of throws the opponent back, which makes them have worse hurt boxes. It also increases your damage by quite a lot. It's probably the worst storm in the game. Power Surge is pretty good though. Ooh. Power Storm isn't horrible, but it does the of all the storms, it does the least for your neutral, and that's important. Technically, making your damage higher helps you neutral. It changes the way your threats work, which changes the way the opponent has to move. And technically, you can do instant overhead stuff with it really easily. If we got the advancing guard on either of those two reality gems, he actually would have, like, it would have punished. Storm's approach, and he would have been able to get a combo out of it. Now it's like unwinnable. This is literally like unwinnable unless Ultron Dormammu fucks up a lot. Alright, that's kind of cool. I can watch that. Classic meme. Greatest Ken player ever. Is it going to be a Ken who literally only does uppercuts? I think I remember this. I think I remember seeing this. Kakateki now was his taunt in Third Strike. It's like get up and fight. I remember this, yeah, I remember the songs. Imagine losing to this. I like the tactically placed hard uppercuts. The failed ultra. It's the little things. I like how he had the meter to do uppercut FADC, and instead he did EX uppercut. It's all the little things in this video. Oh, he wins the set, dog. He didn't go for the safe jump. It's a shame because the safe jump loses to Ken's uppercut. Ken's light uppercut and I think his heavy one both beat Cody's safe jump. Unsafe on hit. That truly is a great video. It was a Cody Ultra too, and it's not intended to hit airborne opponents. The dust hits, and then there's a bunch of swings. It's not a bad Ultra. It's probably a good case could be made that it's Cody's better Ultra. It's based on what you need. Ultra 1 is easier to land. It does a hell of a lot of damage. But if you get the dust on an airborne opponent, they fall out of it. It's not intended to juggle at all. And when it's intended to be used raw, it's intended to be used raw against opponents that are going to be grounded, like people doing fireballs and shit. It's not an anti-air by any means. Cody's Ultra 1 is a decent anti-air, but you would never do it like that. But technically speaking, Cody's Ultra 1 is actually a pretty solid anti-air. Reality Stone is so rarely a bad idea. Even if you can punish the Reality Stone, which is not so hard, you often trade with the Reality Stone. Particularly if it's an air one. I feel like they could make, if they balance reality, I think what they'll probably do is leave the storm intact, but make it so if you hit the opponent, the stone goes away. Like Laura and her projectile. Right now, I think reality is the most picked storm. I don't think it's the best stone, but it's the most picked one, I think. And part of it is because the surge is the best surge by far. The Storm is very easy to use, and the Surge is the best Surge. So those two together. Oh god, I made it maximized. Go away. Is this a man using fucking Strider Hiryu Jetta? That's such a rad team, holy shit. Oh my god. Strider's my favorite character in this game. Oh yes, that reset. I already love this man, and I love his team. He's power too. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Strider. I never gave it that much thought. He was one of my two characters in Marvel 1. I have like a good knowledge of how he works, I guess. His normals and shit. I think if you have Ouroboros up in this game and you tag, Ouroboros goes away. Marvel 1 was not that popular. I mean, a lot of people bought it, but it wasn't played competitively very long. None of the Marvels prior to 2 were, like, super interesting competitively. I think 2 was the one that introduced assists, which is where it became really fucking unique. It was probably the games. None of the Marvel games were very competitive. The ceilings were very low on them, maybe. That's not true. The mix-up is very shit in Marvel games prior to 2. Low overheads didn't get really busted. Left-rights basically didn't exist until assists. And throws were like a joke. And then there were a lot of infinites too. So overall it was very uninteresting from a competitive standpoint. It's pretty dank from a combo video standpoint though. I can't remember the last MVC1 combo video I saw. I might look for one in just a second just because that sounds really neat. Marvel 1 is, I think all but one of the characters in Marvel 1 has an infinite. The infinites go from very brainless to, like, very, very specific. Gambit has a pretty brainless one. I forget who the one was. It might have been Geef. Red Venom had a infinite he could land off of anything, including a throw. There's only like literally like there's almost no competitive footage of MVC1 being played, even though a lot of people did get to be competitive with it. The only one I'm aware of, there's like 3 videos of Sabin, Justin Wong, and I forget someone else, of like 3 people playing Marvel 1 the port, the Marvel 1 online or whatever, on like PS3 and 360. It's like them. It's like three guys playing. It's like Saban, and they all play like they knew the competitive meta back when it was popular. It's like Jaywong, Saban, and someone else though, and it's like super good footage actually. See if I can find it. Here we go. They all pick the cheap shit. Wolverine Strider is like one of the better teams. Strider is like top tier in this game. Wolverine is like also top tier. Hulk is like high, I think. Wolverine's speed up super is pretty good. You have unlimited super meter during this. Ooh. Losing your character in this game doesn't really do anything because your characters don't really have any sort of synergy. It prevents you from using the crossover super that he just used, but that's not a big deal. I think Saban played Red Venom, who is like the best character in the game. Red Venom is like Akuma times 10. He has like Phoenix Health, but he has what is it? He's got like Phoenix Health and he's got infinite connects off of anything. He can just land an infinite off of any fucking shit. Wolverine Strider Mirror. Assists were all unplayable characters in this game. There were like 30 some assists in the game. And they could all just do one thing. And calling assists, it wasn't free. You had to do your taunt in order to call an assist. And you had a limited number of assists per fight, and they were all pretty small. It depended on what assist you pick. Like, they're really good assists. Like Juggernaut, you'd only get 3 of them. But then the assists that kind of didn't do anything, you'd be able to call repeatedly. People almost always call Psylocke or Colossus because you get a decent number of calls of them and you can easily confirm off of them. But the thing is, you have to like stop everything in order to call an assist, and it's very reactable. And there's no mix-up to like any assist. The only one that there's a mix-up to, there's like one unblockable one, and it's kind of shitty. And every other assist, like you can just see it and start blocking. I actually don't remember. I think he is called US Agent, but I actually don't remember who the hell that's supposed to be. Ouroboros is really good in this game. The mix-up is okay, and the screen control is amazing. Is that a Gold War Machine? Gold War Machine is pretty weird. And it's a Red Venom. Red Venom is nuts. Red Venom is easily the best character in the game. But his health is crap. Red Venom is literally worse than like ST Akuma. Gold War Machine is really wacky. He's just regular War Machine, but you can't block. And to compensate for the fact that you can't block, he has unlimited armor. Technically, he's really easy to blow up with certain techniques, but not all characters can do it. I think his movement's worse too. He acts like he's way heavier than regular War Machine, who was already way heavier than Iron Man from previous games. Iron Man's not in this game. So you've only got War Machine. This game is sincerely a lot like Darkstalkers. Ooh. Note the unlimited armor. I think Gold War Machine has worse supers than regular War Machine too. Like they don't combo properly. Ouroboros is really good against Gold War Machine, which is the main thing that like gatekeeps him from top play. But he's okay. He's like got really weird matchups. Certain characters can just destroy Gold War Machine, and he destroys certain characters. But it's not based on any other like tiers. Were there actual character assists? The only game in this series that I played before this one was the War of the Gems, which is before there were any Capcom characters at all. Wolverine has absolutely stupid run pressure. Meteor is very useless in this game. I love being able to hit start and do stuff during the KO screen. Red Venom boys. Literally off of most air to airs, Red Venom can get an infinite. That's weird to do and even weirder that it worked. It's weird. Capcom treats in this game Capcom treated Spider-Man and Venom like they were comic book characters. But it's like the whole Marvel slide was fucking comic book characters. Hulk is pretty neat. I think he loses to Wolverine though. And Strider. He's got like good matchups, but a bad the characters he loses to are popular. Jay Wong is real good at this game. He's using a cheap team. I literally used the same team. By coincidence. I guess it wasn't a coincidence, it was because I thought the characters, I could do well with both characters. And of course I could do well with both characters because they were both fucking stupid strong. I used a lot of Chun-Li Strider. What's really weird is I could pick that team now. Double Wolverine Strider. Suddenly Strider sounds like it would be the fastest team in the universe. That sounds like a really technical team. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to start playing the team. This is good footage. If that was any other super, he could have just killed Strider. Red Venom Gold War Machine. Double Strider. Ouroboros is just the Ganesian of this game. That's the end of it. Didn't we just watch this? That last match looked a lot like the first match we watched, and that just looked a lot like the second. I'm gonna jump ahead some. I should just take those tech videos and make them into like videos on my channel. Oh my god, there it goes. Red Venom died in one combo. From like 90%. If you have an assist and if you have an Ouroboros up, you can literally get a bar back. And if you get a bar back, you can do another Ouroboros. Some characters are going to take a little while. Like, there are probably a decent number of Strider players, but they're not getting far in tournament. Once more tech develops for Strider, there'll be people who play him. Because Strider's the kind of character who has a lot of tech, and if you don't know, all the time there aren't... Oh, excuse me. All the time there aren't a whole lot bunch of Strider players. Strider mix-ups are going to work super well. So currently we're at a deficit on Strider players. Gamora is like an angry bee. It is literally impossible to keep Gamora off you. Push blocking does nothing. Oh, I missed it. Colossus confirms that rushdown super. Wolverine has a fuck ton of supers in this game. He's got that one, Berserker Barrage X, I think. He's got Weapon X. He's got the speed up super, and he's got the rushdown one where he does like a Rambo. Four supers in this game is like he might be the only one with four supers. Classic Strider interactions. Justin! Oh, he missed the cancel to kill. There's an alternate Hulk, but I don't remember what's different. There's two Hulks. Yeah, three is a common number. Most characters have three. A couple only have two. I think Gambit only has two. Ryu has a shit ton. Ryu's got like 7. Ryu's got like super, um, he's got like super beam fireball, whatever. Air Shinku. You got the DP super. You got the Tatsu super. You got transform into Ken. You got transform into Akuma, and I guess transform into Ryu. So that's like 3, and then like 3 on Ryu. Then Ken has the Shinryuken, and I don't remember what Ken's other super is. It might just be Shoryu Reppa. I remember Shinryuken though. I don't think he has Shipu anything. And then Akuma's got the Tenma Gozanku. He's got the um, ground Mesatsu Go Hadoken or whatever. I don't remember what his other one is, but there's another one. And then he's got the Raging Demon. Akuma's got 4. Ryu's got 4. Ken's got 2. And then there's 3 transformation ones. All on one character. Yeah, that's the first one I said. I think that's the first one I said. I said Tenma Gozanku. I said that thinking of the air one, which I think is that one. I think he has his Shoryu super. I think that's the other one. I think Akuma's got a Shoryu super. This is actually the first Capcom fighter I played. God, Venom just dies. That's the Infinite. It's like our first time seeing it. That's how to land the Infinite off of a regular throw. And that was the incoming mix-up into the Infinite. The level 2. That was a perfect. You can lend variations of that infinite. There's actually a bunch. There's like 8 different variations of that infinite, and you can lend them off of a lot of different scenarios. One of them is literally jump hard kick repeatedly. I'm getting pretty sleepy. I don't think I'll be here much longer. Later. This is the kind of game where you could legit kill a character with only chip. That was the infinite setup. That's the tricky. That that assist is unblockable, but it takes a little while to do anything, and the unblockable area is not huge. I remember weirdly loving the Power Rangers fighting game on the Genesis. I remember it being like top like Genesis video games for me. I've never played Cyberbots, much less do I play it now. Literally unwinnable. Hulk cannot make this comeback unless Saban puts down the controller. Hmm. I'll watch more of that MVCI. Where's that dank team? Here we go. Good old Strider. Combo's so weird. What's the ender there? Yep, that was all one combo. Oh, that makes sense. That little dive move is super good to do, and then call your assist. Tag, rather. Because he comes from a direction people often don't expect. Was that a throw? This does fuck all after a throw. Basically heals them. Wow, what a fuck up. Well, that was good. Oh, this team is cheap. Had his own combo ruined by his power storm. Killed Ultron. This is a mess. No, he didn't kill Ultron. It was Shredder that died. That was a failed ground super, I guess. This is still either way, but it's good for the Ultron Mario. I throw might have worked there. Maybe not. Oh, now this is good for Jeddah. Nice. Oh, never mind. Almost nice. I think there was a punish there. I think he could have done reversal super and just won. I think he choked away a win. Nova. He's still hitting the... There he goes. Ultra got fucked. I think he dropped. Damn, what changed? Is the character dying? If your tag dies. Game slows down just a bit. I am sleepy. Is this game before meter is established? What does that mean? Like he really appreciates the ability to break combos? I need more context. Damn, everyone's sleepy. I'm sleepy too. I'll go into a matchup. I'll go until I get to a matchup that's fully uninteresting. This one has an X in it. That's kind of cool. I'll skip ahead once the X dies. I recognize that armor for X. I played whatever game that was in. Maybe it's just the elephant guy from the X. Flame Mammoth. Look at all that red. That was really cool. They both threw projectiles at the same time, but one of them tagged. That's a little bit like double Hadoken, but one player FADCs. It's like the same scenario. Except it's free, which makes it far more practical to pursue. Projectile tag to punish projectile. That's a really cool little sequence. Stolen. I want to see what the next matchup is. Ultron Thanos. Whoa. Ghost Rider Morgan. That's a team so cool that the guy will literally die before he uses either character. Just do anything. Just do hard punch, tag. Just get out. God, I actually really like. Oh, neat, neat, neat. I actually really like Morgan's face done. Whoa, that conversion. Looks like Shadow Blade is a real DP. That probably worked. That was a good decision. Storm is really good against the Cell Seepers, I guess. And Cell Seepers going away when you tag is kind of awful. Since tagging is such a core part of the game. Every installed Seeper got a indirect nerf. Got him. This is like winnable. But the time stone. That was a weird series of actions. But it was still a combo, baby. Interesting little juggle there. I'm sleepy. I'm talking a lot less than I normally do. I'm going after this match. Couldn't get Morgan out. He should have tried a lot harder too. It would have been pretty fair if Morgan got out. It would have been like 60. It would have been like 70%. It would have been like 70%, 70% versus like 100%, 50%. It's still very winnable. That's not even gonna hit, I don't think. Told me once, shame on you. I don't think it's gonna kill no matter what he does. Never mind, it killed easily. Seepers don't get subjected to as much scaling as most other shit. Alright, I'm going to bed.